In West Virginia, there are over 6,600 youth in the state's foster program. While every effort is made to rehabilitate families and return the children to their homes, not all do. According to 2014 statistics, roughly 19% of youth who enter the program prior to the age of 13 age out of the system. Once their 18th birthday comes around, state support, including health insurance, is discontinued. Young adults, fresh out of high school, have to learn how to sustain and fend for themselves. More often than not, they end up back in the system through jails, prisons, or rehabilitation programs. In 2015, West Virginia spent over $129.9 million on child welfare services, including but not limited to foster programs and payouts. In the year prior, 64.7% of the same budget was used on foster care and adoption assistance. Despite the best efforts of the state to support these children, many do not take advantage of post-foster care assistance that they are eligible for through the state and federal government. For example, foster youth who are in the system after the age of 16 are eligible for the West Virginia Modify Grant. This grant gives post-secondary students aid of up to $5,000 per fiscal year that can be used for school and living-related expenses. This grant fills in gaps in financial aid and disperses leftover funds to the student directly via check to be used for textbooks, gas, rent, clothing, supplies, and so on. Many foster youths are not aware of this grant and do not take advantage of it, making receiving a quality education that much more out of reach. Another aid option for former foster youth is FAFSA. This federal application allows students to apply for more than one form of financial aid at a time. However, something that is often overlooked by former foster students is their eligibility type. If a student aged out of the foster program or was in the foster program at any time after the age of 13, that changes the dependency status to independent. This bases financial aid off the student's own income instead of that of the parent or guardians. At that point, foster youth are eligible for grants such as Higher Education Grant and the West Virginia Pell Grant. These grants are dispersed directly to the school, and any overages are then given to the student for living expenses. In addition to these options funded by government grants, there are numerous local, state, and national scholarships available to foster youth. While private scholarships can be competitive, there are resources that are not being utilized available to help these students, such as support services at universities. Shepherd offers the TRIO program, which is mostly available to students who are the first generation to attend college. However, TRIO is also available to students who have went through the foster program, veterans, and people with physical or mental disabilities. These services offer extra counseling, potential for work study, financial aid assistance, and priority scheduling. This helps students who may not have the resources on their own to be successful in the university setting. As a former foster youth, this is something that I am passionate about. Without the aid of the government, my future would not have been as bright as it is now. Because of assistance, I was able to pursue my dreams, attending the college I always wanted to go to, earning a degree in something I am passionate about, and forging new skills, memories, and friendships that I will carry with me throughout my life. Without the help of teachers, counselors, and a dedicated case manager, I would never have been able to take advantage of these opportunities. Without the aid of the state and federal governments, I would have never been able to afford to attend college and create a better life for myself.